Welcome all earthlings and other beings. My name is Lara and this is Zoller Tarot and Art. And today I'm going to be reading your tarot and oracle cards, and I'm also going to be drawing an image that I received in meditation for this particular reading. So I hope everybody's doing well and doing great. Just keep in mind that this is not a personal reading. This is a reading for a collective watching at different times, many people. But if you're here, there's probably something for you. But if something doesn't sound right to you, doesn't fit, don't try to force it to fit, okay? And also keep in mind that he, she, they are interchangeable according to whatever pronouns are work for you. So interesting. I was seeing, it was like two trees. But these two trees were, the way they were touching was interesting because it created this sort of heart shape, sort of this woven, like woven with vines and things like that. And these beautiful, beautiful, like curly trees that are sort of sitting next to each other, reaching out and forming this. So I suspect this reading has something to do with love because of the heart shape and also because of the two tree beings. You know, this could be about being intertwined. It could be about creating something together. We're going to see what the cards have to say about it. I'm just going to do an initial rough sketch so that you can see. And then what's going to happen is that after I do the initial card spread, I'm going to pull over another video so you can watch me mostly finish this drawing here. And at the very end of the reading, you can see the finished and colorized piece. So that should be fun. Yeah, so these trees with all their branches, and they intertwine to form this, like, this sort of beautiful heart shape that I kept seeing, right? Okay, it's going to have leaves and all kinds of curly cues. Let's set this off to the side, though, so we can get the initial spread going. I'm going to go ahead and do this spread, but I'm going to speed it up so we don't waste any time. So I'll see you on the other side. Here we go. Okay, I have put out your cards with clarifiers, and the drawing should be coming up now so you can watch me work on it while we talk here. It looks like, okay, so what I'm seeing here is you have 3 marriage cards in here, and I'm not saying you're still going to get married, but what I'm seeing, because you have 4 of Wands clarified by 4 of Wands, which is mostly about marriage. It could be about feeling welcomed or part of a family and everything like that, which, yes, that's definitely part of it, but I think you were married before in a committed relationship, maybe more than one, and it just didn't work out. Like, it really stressed you out. It left you with nightmares and all kinds of problems. And you had to, like, get through this grief and this strain and stress and get clarity on things, and clarity on what the burdens were, because this clarity card, the Ace of Swords, is right over this 10 of Wands. See how she's carrying the sticks on her back. So the 10 of Wands is about a lot of burdens. So whatever you went through before was very burdensome. It was really hard to get through. You learned a lot, for sure. But what you found is that you actually do have all the resources available you need, but you need to use them wisely. And it seems like you're figuring that out. Like, I feel like you may have a child with maybe one or both of these relationships from the past. And so that's kind of what you always have to keep into consideration. And you're juggling things right here, see? But also you have the Temperance over here, and she's got, you know, the cups of water going back and forth. This is about balance. This could represent Sagittarius, things like that, but this is also about being diplomatic. And I'm seeing here, because you've got, this is clarifying the 6 of Swords. See how this person's kind of like riding this sled really fast, and the seal that's carting it is, which, don't ever do that to seals, but it's like moving in different directions. So I feel like there's, like, you're moving in a new direction. You're trying to find a new way to move and to do things, so that things will be more like what is going to work for your family, for your children, for yourself. because you're really having to defend yourself. You're really having to be careful about what you say. I can see that, and this has been kind of a burden. This is the wounded warrior here. This Nine of Wands is somebody who's needing to maintain boundaries. So you probably learned a lot from these other relationships on how to have strong boundaries and to maintain your integrity and to keep doing things according to your true value system rather than what everybody else wants you to do. So, but I feel like, and I see that you've worked really hard and that you're just feeling kind of drained now. Right? Yeah. Wanting to have some fun, the Fae are here, and maybe a need to delve deeper into your spirituality as well. That would help. But you are working very hard at something here because you want to get past what these burdens are and not have to go through that nonsense again. But you're working hard towards some sort of love relationship or partnership, or this could even be self-love, although I usually see the Ace of Cups if it means something like that. But to tie it into the drawing, see how the Caduceus here is like intertwined and everything. They're coming together with their cups. It's like this tree where they've come together and built this heart together. And as you know that that's always a risk, because this heart, which we are so entangled together, it's hard to untangle that. So when you get married, that's a really hard thing to untangle. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show you a painting that I created at one point. This is just a mini print of one of my paintings, but this is called Depths of the Heart. And so you can see there are hearts down here wanting to emerge into this like watery area where this heart almost looks like it's drowning. We go through so many different relationships. And sometimes we feel like we're drowning and then we pull ourselves out, we're treading water. And then sometimes it's explosive or energetic or beautiful and in the sun, it's like, or can be very volcanic. It's, yeah, so I just felt compelled to pull this card out because I knew the drawing had this heart in it. It just feels like this reading is really addressing the tumultuous quality of certain types of relationships, but also the bonds that you can build together when you combine things. Yeah, so I'm kind of seeing that here, but it's almost like you or whomever you're interested in, it's just like this guy is looking at these empty cups here and not seeing that the divine is handing a full cup to them. See, he's not looking up. This is the Four of Cups, and not seeing the potential here with this person. And because something's hidden, you're not seeing something, because this is clarifying the High Priestess, something hidden, and you need to use your intuition more to get this marriage. Here's the marriage card, the Hierophant. So to actually get this actual marriage to happen, there's like some inner work that needs to be done. You need to be looking up instead of like being too focused on what happened in the past. This is, yeah, right? So let's pull an oracle card. This one is my new one called The Beloved Dead, and it's like an ancestor type of oracle, which I love. So here we go. What do we need to know? More clarification, please, on this for the collective. What do we need to know, please? Another one, please. That's interesting. Okay. Another one. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, another one, please. Anything else I need to know? Okay. Yeah, love. Love, love, love. And I'm hearing that song. Love, love will keep us together. What was that, Tony? Chanel and the Captain? Captain and Tennille, that's it. Not Chanel, Tennille. That's a very old song. Okay, so we have active love right smack in the middle, here and now. So, okay, this is saying body and this is saying love, and this is showing love between two, but to me, this is saying that there's a certain amount of like personal internal love that you need to work on. Also loving your body more, and he's pointing up to this moon here, see? So there's something hidden going on with your body. Maybe your body is acting weird. There's some things you're ignoring and you need to address that. And your body will tell you what kind of thought processes are going on inside of you that maybe you're not seeing. So because it's pointing to the moon and you have some other hidden stuff here, I would say there's something you're not looking out properly. So for instance, say you're having trouble with your feet, your toes or something like that. That's always an indicator that there's a fear of moving forward. So what you want to do is look at your feet and feel the pain and then say, you know what, I acknowledge that perhaps I'm having a fear of moving forward and I'd like to look at that more closely. I would like that to be addressed. I acknowledge it. So that might clear up what the problem is, and you might need to look deeper. Mm-hmm. Yeah, or the eyes. Maybe you're having trouble with your eyes. So that could be like you're not willing to see something that you need to see, right? And that's kind of hard if you're, your things, directions keep changing and you're trying to be diplomatic and you're trying to keep the peace, trying to juggle things so that you keep your family, taken care of, fed, and emotionally supported. I see that. But you are about love. So this is like, it looks like maybe a sister, brother, or a mother, son here. And, or maybe it's not, maybe it's a couple, they're just very young. And so this is about loving one another, loving others in your family, perhaps. But I would say this one definitely is indicating, see yourself in high esteem, speak kindly to yourself, love yourself. Because the more you love yourself, the better you treat yourself, the more of a high quality person you're going to draw to you. Let's see what your obstacles are, though, because I'm curious about that. Okay, what else do we need to know here? What are the obstacles and challenges for this collective, please? Obstacles and the challenges. Love. Wow. Okay, another one, please. What are the obstacles and challenges? Okay, kisses. And another one. Yeah, there's just something you're not seeing. Like there's someone either that might be around you that would be a good partner or who loves you or something like that, and you're not seeing it. But so you have love, kisses, and the runner. Yeah, you have a fear of intimacy. I see this, listening to the ego. Runner is a codependent relationship. So obviously these relationships in the past had some problems like codependency. You might have had a relationship with a narcissist, which is awful when they're narcissistic. I've been through that. And, so because of that, you're having like challenges in loving unconditionally because you have your guard up to a certain degree after you're the wounded warrior, right? We have the wounded warrior card here. So giving and receiving affection, you're like, maybe you overgave in the past and that person didn't give back to you in the way that you gave to them, and you don't want to get trapped in that again and get too intertwined, right? Intertwined, like those branches that are twining together. You don't want to do that. But that's the thing about love, is you kind of have to take a risk. Just be wise. You've learned a lot. It's not like you don't know anything now. But it's emphasizing the self-love here again. We were talking about self-love. And it's interesting because this says unconditional love and unconditionally loving. So, this is wanting that oneness, but being afraid of it at the same time, wanting the passion, wanting the affection, wanting the attraction, but being afraid because of what it might cost you. And there's might be this like wanting to run away from anything at all that looks scary, anything that, might be painful. So let's see what the solutions are. What are the solutions for this collective watching? Yeah, the other song that's been sort of blasting through my head this last couple of weeks is that new one by Ariana Grande called Yes and I'm just going to read the lyrics real fast. So she says, the part that stands out is, my tongue is sacred, I speak upon what I like, protected, sexy, discerning with my time. Your energy is yours and mine is mine. What's mine is mine. Yes, and say that ish with your chest and be your own effing best friend. Say that ish with your chest. Keep moving like what's next. Yes, and. So one of the difficult things I think in a relationship, no matter how great the other person is or how well matched they are to you, is you maintaining who you are as an individual on top of also realizing that you are combined. It's like the trees. They're both individual trees, but they're connected through the root system and they're connected through these branches, and they share the same oxygen, the same space, the same water source, all of that. So we always have to be mature enough to be able to maintain our own identity, our own self, and sometimes we get lost in that, especially if we've had children and everything. I can tell you from being a parent myself that you really get lost in what's going on with your children, and that's great. But you also need to understand that you have an identity outside of everybody else, and you deserve self-love as well. So let's see, one more for solutions, the best thing this collective can do. Okay. I'll list all these cards below so that you can get the decks if you like them, and also to show appreciation to the creators of these beautiful decks. Okay, another one, please. Solutions. Yeah, okay. That's just reiterating what we were talking about. So equilibrium here, there's faith and there's solidity. So equilibrium is, again, like the Temperance card. You're really trying to, and you have the Two of Pentacles here too. So it's really like balancing things out, and she almost looks like she's just pulling all of her power back too. So this is a good daily practice, is to say, I pull back all of my power and energy to me now. I pull all my energy back. I pull all my power back. And that's a good way to be strengthening your inner core and your inner soul. So, yeah, so between heaven and earth, there's you. And literally, you are between heaven and earth. If you think about it, one of the most powerful meditations is to connect to the earth as a, she's a conscious being, and pull that through your body, through your chakras, right? Connect to our sun, and then connect to Great Divine. You can see that as the core, the center of the universe, the Great Spirit, God, whatever your construct is. That's a very powerful meditation. So just remember how powerful you are, and be here now. See, it says here and now, active love. So be here with yourself now. Pull your power back. It's saying have faith. Everything is perfect. So understand that you haven't lost anything. You gained knowledge, you gained experience, and you have that flame inside of you. We had the flame inside here, this page of wands, which is all about someone who's really inspired and creative, optimistic. So keep your optimism, keep your positive thinking going. This is going to benefit you. Don't get stuck in thinking about these three empty cups too much. Look up and see what's there, see what's hidden. And then fluidity, to me, is just reiterating the Six of Swords, which is changing directions, right? He's like surfing, on this snow here. Following the path. So go where your heart calls you, where your heart is, and that means pulling your energy back to you and getting centered again. Yeah. So just trust that everything's going to be okay. I'm going to pull from this deck here, this Inner Child. I think this is the Inner Child deck. And see what other advice there is. Anything else you need to know? What do we need to know, please, for this collective watching? Another one, please. All right, it's saying, let love guide you. And it says, a time to remember. Interesting that we had the ancestor cards, so we have a time to remember here. Let's just pull one more, too. I just want to see. Then we might pull from the angel love cards. I'm not sure. We'll see. So... all right, so it's saying you can do hard things. It's not as impossible as it might feel. So you might feel like, I'm never going to find the right person, or, it's going to be impossible to have a great relationship. They all fall apart. Whatever it is, you might want to isolate and that thought, whatever that is that keeps tearing you down inside, and eliminate it, neutralize it, change it somehow. Realize that it's not necessarily the truth. You can do this. It might seem like there's a ship moving through this, this sort of cloudy ocean here. You can't really see where you're going too much, but you're still moving, so don't worry. The winds will take you where you need to go. It says, let love guide you. Well, this reading's been all about love, hasn't it? It says, choose to see the good in the world today. So yeah, staying optimistic, see the good in people. Understand that whoever you were dealing with in the past, whatever they were going through, whatever you were going through, that's the past, and you can put that behind you. So, and not everybody is the same. So if you were dealing with someone who was highly narcissistic, understand that not everybody's like that. Not everybody's a bad person. Not everybody does bad things. Not everybody is here to hurt you and take from you. That there are some good people in the world. And it says, a time to remember, look back on your childhood. So you might want to look back and see, honestly, take an honest look at what you believe about love based on the relationships that you saw, your parents or whomever you raised you. the people that were around you and what they valued as love, how they interacted with each other. Because if these relationships didn't work in the past, there's probably something that you were emulating or copying, something that you were comfortable with that you didn't see because you were so used to being in it, like a fish in water. The fish doesn't know it's in water, right? So yeah, I think I am going to pull from the Romance Angel cards, though. I'm just feeling like I need to do that. So I just want to see about what this potential person is that you might not be seeing. I'm going to see if there's any advice here. What advice do we have, please, for this collective about love? Love will keep us together. You might want to look up the lyrics to that song. I don't remember all the lyrics. Another one, please. Stop, 'cause I really love you. Okay, so maybe your guides are saying stop worrying, stop getting caught in your head, because you really are loved. And one more, please. Those are nice cards. Look at that. Anything else you need to know about this, please? It says you deserve love. Of course you deserve love. You do deserve love. No matter what you did, you deserve love. Everybody deserves love, right? You got to start with yourself, though. It says you're lovable. You're very lovable. So don't worry. Just work on yourself. Work on your internal, right? And it says passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. So again, this is the optimism. Just being optimistic that this is possible. This level of passion is possible, And it says new love. So obviously new love will be coming for you if it hasn't already. It says a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So it looks like maybe you do have your eye on somebody, or they have their eye on you, and you just need to, kind of look up from your worries and sorrow a bit, and worrying so much about, juggling things just long enough so that you can see, oh, maybe that person likes me, or I actually like that person. Yeah, so this looks really beautiful. Good for you. Excellent. Well, thank you so much for being here, for viewing this, and anybody who likes and subscribes, that's a double thank you. I really appreciate that. Comments are wonderful too. I read all your comments, and I just really truly appreciate you, and I hope that you found something useful for yourself in this reading, or at least inspiration from watching me draw. And in a second you'll see the finished and colorized piece. So anyway, well wishes to you. I hope you are having a wonderful day, and until I see you for the next episode, thank you and take care. Bye-bye.